Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Launched back in 2007, the Richard Mille RM016 Extra Flat was the company's first rectangular watch, a response to client requests for something thinner that could be worn with formal attire. The RM016 is a different aesthetic for Richard Mille, proving that it's not just in the material sense or the weight sense that less is more at RM. Sometimes less thickness is also more. And I must say, from an editorial perspective, this has always been my favorite RM series. So what we have here is the RM016 Extra Flat, 38 millimeters wide, not including the crown. It measures 8.6 millimeters thick, and then from lug tip to lug tip, I measure an even 50 millimeters. This one in rose gold on my wrist of 16 centimeters circumference, wears quite nice. Now, it's not a small watch, it's a thin watch. So don't mistake this for a ladies model, a unisex option. I'm going to be pretty clear, you do need a fairly large wrist to wear this, but the curvature of the case helps if you're like me and you're kind of a borderline case. You see the curvature there? It's as easy to wear as an RM tonneau. It's just RM didn't want to create a petite watch, so while making it thinner, it also made the watch broader. Here's your over the top, and here is your down the barrel, where you can see that the lugs are not out over the edge of my wrist. Now the cuff shot, if this watch can't slip under a cuff, no watch can, and it's weighty. Although there are other versions in base metals, the rose gold gives this watch a richness that's a good match for the traditional interpretation of weight as a signifier of luxury status and price. So if you don't like the titanium RMs or the TPT and carbon RMs, this might be the solution. It's thin, but it's substantial. We have a lovely RM factory rubber strap. You can see the flanks are slightly evacuated to match the profile of the case, which is slightly evacuated. No crimping, no gouging. This is a RM factory strap in outstanding condition. And note the range of perforations. Most straps that use pin buckles don't give you quite that extensive a range, whereas here you have many, many tightly spaced holes. Nice little piece of attention to detail. So we've got an RM buckle that features a combination of polished satination and media blast in rose gold, but then inside we have G&F Chatelin's well-known leaf spring double deployant system. So while this isn't a trigger release system, the resilience and the tight grasp of the leaf spring, once you move it in or out, it snaps in or out and applies its full force, making this watch quite secure when it's on the wrist. Taking a look at the underside, you'll appreciate that the strap is held on using screws so it's secure. You can also see in profile that the strap is held to the buckle using screws and bars, so this is going to stay resolutely planted when on the wrist. The case is simple. You can see satination on the top. We have a little bit of polishing on the flanges of the case back and the bezel. By the way, the top of the case is also the bezel. Then you have these vertically satinated and recessed mid-case profiles, and they have these little columns that are actually the passages for the spline screws that unite the bezel, mid-case, and case back. The spline screws, as you can see, are all polished. We've got a little conical rose gold crown with an alternately blasted and polished ceramic shoulder. And then the dial. You can see that the crystal, like the case, is slightly cambered, and interesting things have been done with these crystals. We have 30-meter water resistance, which is actually quite admirable for unconventionally shaped sapphires, as they tend to be difficult to secure against water intrusion. The watch is considered to be sporty, although not an all-out sports watch, so we do have plenty of luminescence. On the dial side, you can see the titanium movement, which is Vaucher-based, uses clear sapphires, so conventional corundum without any impurities, so that, for example, you can see the pivot of the escape wheel and the balance, and these are in keeping with the grayscale aesthetic of the rest of the dial, so they don't look like synthetic rubies. We have a sapphire on top. Then we have a carbon fiber flange that features the calibration and the indices. Then inboard of that, we have another sapphire that features the frame for the date as well as the numerals, and then hands, which feature a medley of media blast and polish. Taking a quick look, you can see that the watch includes a hacking function, which may not be super useful since the watch does not have a seconds hand, but more useful will be the quick set for the date, which is set in the crown's intermediate position. Around the back, you can see that the Fascinating sapphires continue here. The center of the sapphire has actually been machined out to a hollow, so it's thinner at its center to allow a little bit of countersink of the winding rotor into the sapphire to make the watch thinner. You can see the watch is 30 meters and that the case is made by Valgine, which is a longtime RM partner. The movement is Vaucher based, and you know this because, well, I told you, but also if you look carefully, you can see the Vaucher star on the caliber, as well as the number that gives you the serial of the movement and the original Vaucher reference of the caliber. So it's automatic winding, twin barrel, 55-hour power reserve, 4 hertz beat rate, 32 joules, and you could see that we have twin barrels here, not for an exceptionally long power reserve, but to maximize the torque so that we have a nice flat torque curve from max wind to minimum wind. The movement is made out of titanium, which means that it is very light, improving the shock resistance, but also the tech specs of the watch. Taking a quick look, you can see here that we have 2 little winglets of white gold that can be moved in or out to change the winding efficiency of the watch. So if you want it to be a very active winder, if you're a very inactive person, it can do that. If you are a very active person and you don't want to wear out the winding system, then you can have it set to create as little polar moment or turning force as necessary, which will keep it from overtaxing the winding system. So you can make it a very vigorous winder or a very lazy winder, depending on your needs. And I don't mean to overemphasize the Vaucher element of the movement's origins. As you can see, it is dramatically customized for use in RM watches. You can see another one of those clear sapphires, the capstone on the balance, a very cool aesthetic. This is a very unique watch, even by RM standards. The 16 and its tourbillon variant, the 17. There's also an RM20 pocket watch version. They stand out. Even among RMs, they're different. And if you think that owning an RM is about being different, this ensures that even an elite company, you're going to be one of a kind. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.